Concrete possesses immense compressive strength, but it shatters under tension. To prevent the footings from cracking as the ground shifts, the builder cuts heavy steel rebar to forge an internal skeleton. Tying these rods into a grid ensures the tensile forces remain balanced. Above ground, rigid cardboard tubes act as the casting mold. They prevent the surrounding soil from drawing moisture out of the wet concrete too quickly. A slow cure creates a stronger base. With the concrete footings fully cured into stone, the vertical framing can safely begin. Securing the wooden posts to elevated steel brackets serves a critical purpose. It prevents the porous end grain of the timber from wicking moisture directly out of the concrete, saving the base from premature rot. With the primary load-bearing perimeter established, the interior floor joists can be laid out. Each board is measured and cut to bridge the spans precisely. A tight fit transfers weight evenly across the entire substructure, turning individual beams into a monolithic platform. This grid will soon carry the entire weight of the living space above. solid timber blocking is wedged between the joists. These mid-span cross braces prevent the tall wooden beams from twisting or warping under heavy loads. When dimensional lumber dries over time, it naturally wants to curl. The blocking locks the grain in place, maintaining the deck's structural integrity. A heavy nylon ratcheting strap pulls the stubborn sections of the frame tightly together, forcing the lumber perfectly square before the final nails lock the geometry permanently. Oriented strand board, or OSB, covers the joists. These engineered sheets are manufactured by pressing wood flakes and waterproof resins under extreme heat. The resulting panel lacks a natural grain direction, giving it exceptional shear strength in all orientations. The pneumatic nailer drives ring shank nails deep into the joist. The ribbed texture of the nails acts like a one-way bar, biting into the wood fibers and making them nearly impossible to pull out over time. Raising a heavy, fully sheathed wall section solo requires a force multiplier. A steel hand winch is temporarily bolted to the deck framing. By establishing a low anchor point, the builder turns raw heavy, lifting into a controlled mechanical process. Heavy hinges are set at the base of the wall plate. This ensures the wall pivots perfectly onto its layout line without sliding off the deck edge. The steel cable takes the immense dead weight of the timber frame. As the wall approaches vertical, the center of gravity shifts, making the load suddenly lighter. Once upright, temporary diagonal braces hold the structure plumb against the wind. A freestanding wall acts like a massive sail, capable of catching enough breeze to snap its own base. The temporary bracing locks the framing steady, while heavy spikes secure the bottom plate into the deck. The cabin has its first vertical boundary. With the studs nailed in place, the sheathing is trimmed. A high-speed router with a flush trim bit rides along the wooden studs. It shears off the excess plywood overhang in a single pass, leaving a perfectly smooth edge that won't interfere with the exterior corners. Measuring and cutting the thick paneling requires continuous checking. Because plywood is composed of alternating wood grain layers, it resists the natural shrinking and swelling that solid wood suffers. This stability makes it the ideal anchor for the exterior envelope, keeping the framing rigidly in square. Sometimes heavy timber needs physical persuasion to sit perfectly flush. Striking the beam with a hammer nudges the dense wood across the top plate by microscopic increments. A perfectly flush joint is vital. Any gaps between the horizontal beam and the vertical posts will create a weak point, allowing the roof to settle unevenly over time. With the rafters stabilized, the decking moves skyward. Sheets of thick plywood are hauled up to sheath the rafters. Nailing this rigid layer down transforms the series of independent trusses into a single, cohesive roof deck. The rhythmic strikes of the pneumatic nailer lock the geometry permanently. This wooden shell will act as the first line of defense against the elements. Working at the edge of the pitch requires immense caution and safety gear. The final panels of sheathing tie the exterior overhangs into the main structure. This solid wood plane will soon be sealed entirely, but right now, it offers a stark visual of the cabin's true scale. The internal skeleton is finally hidden beneath its outer skin. The builder secures the rafters at strict 16-inch intervals. This tight spacing guarantees the porch roof can easily carry the weight of heavy, wet snow. Even though it shelters an outdoor space, the structural standards here must match the interior. A failure outside compromises the safety of the entire building envelope. The skeletal framework of the porch creates a deep, protective eave. Wide overhangs are one of the most effective passive defenses against weather. They cast water well away from the foundation and shade the walls from intense summer sun, prolonging the life of the siding that will eventually wrap the home. High above, the green metal roofing goes down fast. The corrugated steel panels overlap, creating an impenetrable water barrier. Self-tapping screws, equipped with thick rubber washers, are driven straight through the high ridges of the metal. Walking on a steep, newly laid metal roof is inherently dangerous. The smooth painted steel offers zero traction. A bright yellow safety line keeps the worker tethered while securing the final high ridges. The cabin is finally dry inside. fortified trim boards are prone to cupping. Applying heavy-duty exterior adhesive to the back face supplements the mechanical screws, locking the wood flat against the wall forever. Cedar trim surrounds the raw window openings. This isn't merely decorative. The thick trim creates a physical barrier that pushes falling rainwater outward, away from the fragile seams of the window flange. The brad nailer leaves only tiny indentations, securing the wood cleanly without splitting the dense grain. Dark skirting boards wrap the base of the porch structure. This final barrier seals off the crawl space, preventing animals from wintering beneath the floorboards. For the steep gables, raw cedar shingles replace the heavy log siding. Each shingle must be marked and trimmed to match the extreme angle of the roof pitch perfectly. The scaffolding is cleared away, and the dust settles into the winter earth. The heavy timber railings frame the entrance. What began as a muddy excavation and a pile of raw lumber has solidified into a fortress against the cold.